Welcome to the Green Building Show, where we investigate green design and building trends throughout Australia.
Today's best renovation story involves a stunning location at Sydney's Balmoral beach, and a build that experienced one of those moments that, well, completely floored the owners. In fact, you might say it's a tale of three architects.
Dianne, you're a retired architect. Your husband has studied architecture, yet you hired an architect to help you build this lovely house. Why was that?
Well, we didn't know we were going to hire an architect at the beginning, but in looking for a builder, we found a builder who made the comment that he worked with an architect who did very good documentation. And that sparked the idea that we wanted a happy builder. And so we decided we needed to meet Matt and see what he could offer. When David and I were not able to make decisions or arguing about decisions, we could just refer to Matt and say, well, you know, let's talk to Matt. And he would often come up with a much more interesting and better solution than David and I could ever come up with.
Tell me about the building that you started off with and what was your design brief here?
We started off with a 2/3 bedroom single fronted house, 1940s, near the beach, and our design brief really was that we wanted a new, fresh, light, bright home. We were downsizing. The children had left home and we decided we'd try something new.
Now there's some really clever design. There's some amazing things you've got happening with storage and some amazing things happening with rooms in terms of them being multi-purpose.
Well, I suppose this is where the architect really did help us, trying to make the most of this very small house. In such a small house, it is important that rooms have more than one purpose. So we ended up using our TV room as what I call an overflow sleeping room. So we have a built-in banquette, which has the opportunity of sleeping two people with all the bedding and things under that. Our corridor past our courtyard has our office located there with all the equipment. Our kitchen, living, dining room obviously can be configured any way you'd like. Then we go out to the back and we have a room which we're now calling the studio, mainly because it's been used as a bedroom and as a shed and an office and a gym. It's just depending on what we're needing. We talked about going up to having a second level for a third bedroom or an office, but of course that takes up space downstairs and space upstairs. We impact on the neighbours, and in the end we decided just to go to keep the house all at one level.
Now there's no air conditioning in this house, and I know that having a small footprint with the design was really important to you. Tell me about that.
In a city like Sydney, with the climate we have, there really should be no need to have air conditioning. Passive solar design is the way to do that, ensuring that you're able to open up rooms so that you get that cross ventilation, those breezes, to keep the place nice and cool. And in the winter time, what you need is the north facing windows so that you get the sun deep into the room to give that lovely warmth. And in addition, if you can have a concrete floor, that acts as a sink which absorbs all that heat and then re-radiates that heat in the evening. So hopefully you can use less heating in the evening.
The aforementioned famous concrete floor, that was a bit of an OMG moment for you, wasn't it?
Well, yes. Initially we were not keen on the concrete floor. We wanted to just continue the timber floor through. So we got excited about it and looked into all the different types of finishes and talked about all the different aggregate, and the builder brought us samples, and we decided that this was a really good thing. And finally the day came and it was all laid, and then they had to cover it up to protect it for 4 weeks while it cured. And then the builder rang to say that the concrete polisher was here and, you know, it was time to come and have the big reveal. So I raced down and came, and the ply was pulled off, and here was this polish. And I'd expected, we'd agreed that it would be white and yellow aggregate with a sort of a pale grey matrix for the concrete. And here were all these big black specks throughout all the concrete, and I was very, very, very disappointed.
Ouch. How did you deal with that?
Well, the builder started saying, oh, well, it's wrong, we'll have to just pull it all up. But the project was already delayed. It didn't take long for us to decide that, in fact, it was a first world problem. The concrete floor was fine. Yes, the colour wasn't what we'd imagined it was going to be, but we would be able to live with it. And we then proposed to the builder that maybe some monetary compensation would be the right solution. And then we could all move on and complete the job.
Dianne, tell me, what do you love about this home?
Well, I love that it's actually small, so, you know, the cleaning and things is easy. I love the fact that we can sit in the sun and have lunch on a Saturday or Sunday. I love the finishes, I love the timber, and I love the fact that we haven't got these rooms that are sitting empty and idle with not being used for anything.
Final question, what's your big tip for other people undergoing major renovations? What's the learning that you take away from this?
Using an architect really is the key to getting a successful project. You have to choose your architect like you'd choose a doctor. You must get on with that person and have similar ideals. They really can be used as a good sounding board to provide you with, you know, even better opportunities and solutions than you ever thought were possible.